We have a privilege to be riding bikes, and there's a lot of great things to take out of it. The BMX camps are just going to be a great experience for acquiring new skills, refining skills, and also getting into some of the elements of better racecraft and being better prepared as a rider. That will help them not only as riders on the BMX track, but they can carry forward into other sports, including mountain biking, but that they can also carry forward into other parts of their life. New riders, for early developing riders, the BMX track and the BMX racing environment is a great place for children to grow their skills and their confidence on a bike.
We came out, tried it, and that was it. We've been here every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays since. Watching my kids develop in the short timeline, just being exposed to this and the community of all the different riders and people like Jason offering their coaching sessions, it's been really easy to fall into that routine of coming and taking advantage of it, because I mean, they're offering their skills, and how would you say no to that when the kids have fun too? So it's a win-win.
It's been a great confidence builder, and it's done a lot for all of their other riding. It's on dirt bikes or mountain bikes, and it all comes together. For an 8-year-old, especially since working with Jason, a lot more confidence in his riding, and the gate starts have greatly improved, and a lot more wins.
I have a 7-year-old son who didn't have a lot of biking experience. I started him in the spring break camp on a race bike, and it was the first day. The difference between dropping him off and picking him up was completely night and day. I guess he was racing for maybe a couple weeks before he did this camp. It was amazing, the change in him, and now I can't get him to, take a break. Passion I've seen in my kid is it's just incredible. He was playing soccer nonstop, and then he started BMXing, and I wish I'd known about this sooner. I'd love to keep him busy just because it's less time sitting at home on the iPad. It's less time playing video games, less time with electronics in his face, and we can spend hours here. It's a lot of fun. Jason has this energy that I think the kids really feed off of, where it's not super intense, where you're afraid of doing anything wrong, or it's really just great. It's been very accepting and encouraging. Just the morale has been great, and it's been a great experience.
We're providing guidance on a safe progression. If this is your skill level, let's refine it. Let's continue to build on it. I'm a big believer in being able to do the foundational stuff well, and the more efficient you are at that, the easier you can execute the high-level stuff. Your attitudes and your approach in gaining those skills or getting faster. There's ways to acquire skills, but be really wily and take big risks to do it. I know from experience, there's a high price for doing stuff that way. Whereas if you learn the foundation stuff and approach it with this attitude of, let's check off this stuff on the list that will move you here and will lower the risk of getting injured, but also will give you way more confidence when it's time to do those things. Whether it's moving from a competitive novice to intermediate or an intermediate to an expert, the opportunity to move your riding, like where you are right now, move it up a notch or 2 notches in this safe, progressive manner. For the high-level riders, it's not just the flashy speed manuals or the big jumps. There's a lot of other elements that go into racing at the highest level, and that's an important part of my toolkit and what I can share with these 12, 13, 14 expert level riders that have ambitions in the sport. I think that's one of the big things that they'll take away from this camp. But it's going to be a great 2 weeks to develop our local riders in their racing and their riding skills.